Hey, what's up YouTube? Out here today with another budget review for you. What is this? What is this? Well, it's a Puukko. Yes, this is the Mastiff Gears Puukko knife. I was looking up Puukko knives and this just popped up. Never heard of this brand before. It was $16 and just based on the price alone, I was curious. Alright, so let's give it a fair shot. Sorry for any wind noise. Alright, let's give it a fair shot. Alright, let me give you a closer look at this and we'll put it through its paces. Here's a comparison with one of my Mora knives that's in a similar price range. In other words, very, very inexpensive. Alright, so you see it's a little bit longer than that Mora craft style knife. If you want to spend more money, you can get a Mora Cans Bowl or a Mora Garberg if you really want to, go higher in price. I have a Mora Garberg myself. A smooth, traditional like wood handle. Now that is European beechwood. I always manage my expectations, but I have Mora knives around the same price that work great, right? So I'm not going to be biased just because it's cheap. That doesn't mean you can't get use out of it. They say the spine is 3 millimeters thick. Alright YouTube, we got the hobo stove in the house. Gonna light this and then light the stove from it. Alright, so that's lit. Seems to throw sparks pretty well. Come on now. Alright. Now light it up. Okay, hobo stove is now lit. Alright, we can put that out. Now I did not put too much fuel in that because I don't want it to burn for very long. Alright, but that should get going. This is my box where I keep my shavings in. Alright, so it seems like it threw sparks very well. Oh yeah, now the hobo stove works well. I have a little cup that I can heat up soup, coffee, or tea on the hobo stove. Alright, I also have a little griddle. I didn't bring it, but I have a small griddle that I could actually like make an egg on that stove if I wanted to out here. But yeah. And so the spine of this, yeah, you could definitely use the spine as a striker. You could also use it as a scraper, right? You want to make bark scrapings, that sort of thing. Alright, we have some paracord here. Seatbelt or gear strap material. It's just like butter. Bike tire tubing. Goes through it very well. Alright, so it came unusually sharp for such a budget-friendly item. It came unusually sharp, so that's a good thing. The steel is listed as 5CR14 MOV. That's a less expensive stainless steel. It's basically what you would expect if you were to purchase just kind of a generic, like a budget kitchen knife, right, of this same price. A piece of a box. Now this will dull your knife very quickly, so this is just demonstration purposes only if you had to. Yeah, utility knife function, no problem. Okay, got a piece of wood and a whittle on a piece of wood. Yeah, this sucker came real sharp. Hope you're all doing well these days, definitely. Oh, I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Yeah, so if you have to, someone was saying, if the knife can sharpen like, if it can sharpen a pencil, well, it definitely can. Alright, so whittle the tip onto that. Sometimes a Scandi grind, it bites in a little too much, right? Compared to a flat, but you can work with it. Alright, so you gotta carve a spike for some reason. Yeah, it's always good to get out here. At my age, I need an excuse to, you know, you want to keep busy and keep getting out here enjoying nature, so that's why I come out here. I could just do this in my backyard if I wanted to, but I think it's just a better visual experience for you. Come out here. There's hunting and fishing at the creek, you know. Alright, this is doing well on the Shardo firewood. Alright, so you want a spike? There you go. Ye old notch stick. Alright. I'm gonna be extra careful with this thing because this is a very sharp knife, actually. Surprising. Okay, so a little bit of notch practicing. All right, so it can notch things, carve things. But the handle is neutral and it's very smooth and comfortable for prolonged use, right? So if you have to skin an elephant, no hot spots on this type of handle. This is for slicing, push cutting, that type of push cut to make notches, whittling, right? Slicing up game. This would be wicked for the butcher knife function. This would definitely serve in that capacity. This is the sheath that it came with, so definitely a budget bare bones sheath. It's ballistic nylon, got the belt loop, got the retaining strap. Now YouTube, if you like budget reviews, right, if you like budget reviews, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, because there are a lot of snobs on here. I'm not naming any names. No, I'm just kidding. I do budget reviews because you probably have a family and you probably have better things to spend most of your money on, such as like, I don't know, giving your kids an education and things like that. So I'm not doing budget reviews because I think you're a fucking scrub. It's more that I think if you have a couple kids, that's expensive as hell, right? So that's why I do the budget reviews. So if you appreciate that, give me the old thumbs up. Okay, YouTube, we have a super cuteness emergency. Super cuteness emergency. We have baby wildlife. Baby wildlife. Look at them all. Alright, there's the parent. Baby wildlife. Miracles of nature right here. How many shall survive to continue the species? We do not know. But they're doing pretty good so far. Alright, so it's just that time of year. That time of year. Alright, so final thoughts on this Puukko. Is it good? This definitely exceeded my expectations. What could you use it for? You'd use it as a camp knife, a budget bushcraft knife, like a backup knife. If you're a prepper, you might want to buy 2 or 3 of these and just stash them somewhere. Spare kits, garage. It's cheap enough to be disposable, or expendable, I should say. But it's functional enough that you actually could get a lot of good use out of it if you had to, right? So this is right up there. I like it just as much as some of my Mora knives that are around the same price. Pleasantly surprised by this knife. I'll include a link to it below the video if you are in the US of A.